everybody. Good day. Welcome to Notions at Noon. I hope you all are doing okay. This video is about the occult. I am in no way an expert of the occult or, you know, evil magic or anything like that. I hate using the word dark magic because unfortunately a lot of the times the word dark magic has been applied to African or black spiritual practices. Um, so I try not to use dark magic because it can have a double connotation. But today I'm specifically focusing on the word occult because things have been quickly labeled occult or evil, demonic, and they really aren't. It's just that they've been labeled that because a certain group of people have decided that they didn't want another group of people to know certain things. And I wish I remembered the video and had a link to it, but I remember Louis Farrakhan speaking about Masons and Masonry and Freemasonry. And basically he said it all boiled down to this, that they are protecting a secret, and the secret is the melanated man. And that just made me think, hey, people are always talking about Masonry and how Masons and just Masonic knowledge and things like that is so evil. And I'm like, what in the world are they doing that's that's that way? And when he broke it down to that hey, you are the secret, black man. You're the secret. You're the secret to everything. You're the reason why you're the reason why the noses get blown off of artifacts over in Africa. I mean, because there are certain things that certain groups of people want to remain anonymous and occult. So I'm going to go into some of the different definitions of the word occult. And over the centuries, meanings and definitions change. So these are some of the meanings that it has taken on over the years. To hide, to conceal, to cut off from view, to cut off from exposure. Mysterious. Astrology is even considered occult, believe it or not, y'all. And astrology and numerology is even spoken of in the Bible, but it's still called occult. A mysterious, undetectable, like in blood, they have something called occult blood, and that's when the blood is undetectable or there's a minuscule or microscopic amount of it. All right, and it can't be seen. All right, it's hidden. Another definition for occult could be esoteric, supernatural. And I want you all to listen to the last part of the word occult, and it is cult. And even the word cult has taken on a negative connotation when the word cult is short for culture. So that just goes to show you how over time and in different communities and different societies, that words get different connotations, and we have to be very careful about the words that we use to label certain people and certain things and beliefs and practices. Hi, BXFN, how are you today? Hello, Purple, Hayden, Purple VR, Stephen Elliott. You like my channel and all the help you're trying to give others. I appreciate you, Stephen, and if you're a subscriber, I appreciate your sub, and thank you. So when you're talking about the actual word or definition of the occult, you can label anything you want to label. You can always find a way. And if you want to be, specific, you can even label God occult, because if occult means hidden or unknown or supernatural, then God is technically of the occult. And I'm going to give you a couple scriptures where it says that God is leaning more to the secrecy side. All right. So I want you all to be careful, especially Christians and religious people, when you start labeling things. All right. So in the book of Isaiah, it says that your thoughts are not my thoughts. So God is saying you have no idea what I'm thinking. You really don't know me the way that you think that you know me. All right. And also in the book of Matthew, it says, no man knows the day or the time. All right. So we think we know everything when God is saying, you know nothing. You don't know when I'm coming. You don't know what I'm going. You don't know what I'm thinking. You don't know what I'm going to do. All right. And also in Ecclesiasticus, it says, stop studying so much, because in tons and tons of books, there is weariness. All right. There's frustration. That is true. Knowledge is a burden. And so that could be one of the reasons why the powers that be don't want us to know a lot of things, because they know that the more you know, the more you wake up, the more you break out of those chains, those mental chains. You're not going to go with the flow of what is going on in society and in this world. Hi, Josu, how are you today? We're talking about the occult today. Anybody have anything to add? Hey guys, I really appreciate you joining in. I appreciate it. I do. Thank you. I'm trying to see if I can give some of the top fans any type of accolades here. But I really appreciate you all for joining in the live. It means a lot to me, because your time means a lot to me. It really does. Let me turn that off. I didn't mean to do that. I'm trying to work this out and figure some things out while I'm actually on the live. But yeah, that's my spiel today about the occult. Like I said, we have to be careful about the labeling and the words that we apply to certain things, because sometimes that word just truly doesn't apply. And as I was saying before, like the word dark magic or black magic, I don't like using those terms, because unfortunately, because we have been taken away from our ancestral and our some of our original practices and religions as Black people here in America, I try not to use those labels, because it has a negative connotation for me. And I have started questioning everything. So as soon as something gets labeled evil or demonic, I go and I say, okay, well, who is labeling that? And then I go and I ask, well, why are they labeling it that? And then I go and I try to see, what are they truly and really after? Okay, because you have to start with the mind first. And so if you start labeling stuff, then you'll start people to get, afraid to question things and to do things, and that's the first step in brainwashing, is to start the labeling. All right, so I want to thank you all for watching and listening. Just be careful of the wording that you're using. Be careful of the labels that people are putting upon you as well. And you all just be free. Free your mind. Free your mind. Free your mind. All right, y'all be blessed.